Yeah. A One West. Yeah, man. Be a Minecraft, you know. But man, zero the game. So I don't know what I will do. First thing first, charge it. The Sheila David, that can no Illuminati. Get that through your ass, said I know them, said them want this. Remove my glasses, I must see through me nasty. Chat to my 40, a boy style me. Me now while it. UPK, me say motherfucking army. Flush it like toilet, you rank like deer. Boy should have know say prevent crisis. Yo no pussy car while we up. Style me no them things say them tough, but them no wild enough. But the bad mind fuck up them boiling up. Them one man pre-corrupt fi spoil me love. Hey, come with a billion style. Can't stop a brilliant child. Can't tread a lily 1 mile in a few we shoes them no time. The next thing, watch your mouth, that are the best thing. I made the best win. Charge it, who am I kidding? That's way. I One West run your city and your damn street. Who say IUIC it up your fuckery? Purple body boy, them that's the police. Alone war man a green, say no peace. No give me rice and peas, give me more beef. And from a style and a we got the factory. Have y'all a cry cause she need up the bad breeze. She say she love the fat shield and the black sheep. You say me love your not knees, it attracts me. And anyway the Glock squeeze up and stop breathe. The enemy them a feel like trap meat. But not late when the killer them touch the street. We a take over, nobody can stop we. No pussy car while we up. Style me no them things say them tough, but them no wild enough. Dirty bad mind fuck up them boiling up. Them one man break corrupt fi spoil me love. Hey, come with a million style. Can't trick a militant child. Can't tread a lily 1 mile in a few we shoes them no time.
All right, Shalom Israel. Welcome again to another ISUPK Wednesday night law class. My name is Priest and Officer 500 Kayad 1 out of ISUPK Jamaica under Commanding General YAHANNA. The ISUPK started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. ISUPK again is run by Commanding General YAHANNA, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel, the real Israelites, not the fake Jews them over there in the land where them call Israel today. See, and of course, that would not be the entire land of Israel. That was just a little speck that the oppressor, you know what I mean, decided that he would send his people back in 1948, you know what I mean, because they were being oppressed by, you know what I mean, their own people, which is the Germans. You understand? Of course, those are just white people. Those are Europeans over there in the land. The real Jews, the real Israelites, are black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, meaning black people over here in Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Bahamas, Barbados, Guyana, the Hispanics, the Cubans, the Mexicans, the Venezuelans, the Brazilians, the Colombians. These are the 12 tribes of Israel. And notice we never put Africans in that, because the Africans, they are not our people. As a matter of fact, they sold us into slavery because they know that fact, that they are not our people, but the Tainos, you understand? The Caribs, see, the Arawaks, these are our people. And these are Cubans as well. See? So we're going to touch upon the topic with the Cubans them tonight. You know what I mean? Of course, our Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, well, who would say my Prime Minister? Jamaica Prime Minister. See? Andrew Holness, him gave in to the pressure, you know what I mean, being placed upon him by the US. And this pressure forced him to not want to renew the deal that Jamaica and Cuba have, where we exchange doctors and nurses, you know what I mean? And where Cuban nurses can come to Jamaica, or Cuban doctors can come to Jamaica and have a better life for themselves. Despite, you know what I mean, there's some, you know what I mean, murkiness around it, but nevertheless, it is still a better life than what they would have had in Cuba. See? And because of Donald Trump and Marco Rubio and, you know what I mean, those devils, you have devils who used to live in Cuba, you know. See? Oppressors, seem like how you have white people where them four parents are the colonizers here in Jamaica. You have them type of people there in a Cuba who fled because of the Castro regime, them flee from back in the time past. Them become big in the US government. You know what I mean? Them become senators in the United States. And now them have a bone for pick with them own country where them come from. You understand? Marco Rubio is one of them. See? So him have this bone for pick with Cuba. You understand? We are now him a gas up that devil, Donald Trump, for now put Cuba upon them target. You understand? And because of that now, Jamaica now, you know what I mean, our weak leaders, because our leaders now have the fortitude and guess what, go on? Integrity is the problem. Because had they had integrity, they wouldn't have to worry about America and the strong and of America coming down upon them, because they would have a defense. Them defense would have been them integrity. But because our government is no less corrupt than the Cuban government, now we have to be that Jamaica is now this traitor to Cuba, our brothers. Because both governments now have integrity. And that is what is the children of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are suffering from today. And that is integrity. You understand? Our problem is not strength, you know. Our problem is integrity. Corrupt leaders who care nothing about the people who they are supposed to, you know what I mean, lead and protect. You understand? Because Andrew Holness and, you know what I mean, the Jamaican politicians, they have benefited so much from the corruption coming from this oppressor. Now them not really have no talk. And them not the Most High good book neither. Where the Most High would have protect us in time past from empires. You know what I mean? Nations who became strong and became world leaders. Once upon a time, the Most High would have bring down them for little we. But guess what go on now? Because our leaders are done sell out. Them are sell out already. Them now no integrity. So guess what them have to do? Them have to fall under the pressure. Them now no morals and no, you know what I mean, no morality. And likewise, the Cuban government now have no morality neither. So guess what happen now? Now the little benefit where the Cuban doctors them would have get by, you know what I mean? Because Cuban doctors now live no life like how Jamaican doctors are living. Because we're going to play one thing, see, with Cliff Hughes, if we tell you what their what the circumstances was with them coming to Jamaica. We're going to play it. See, them not live no life, but them live a better life. And not only that, we here in Jamaica was benefiting so much from these Cuban doctors. So much. So much so that even, you know what I mean, recently, I think it was yesterday, I'm going to play that tape there. The St. Andrew's Hospital full. People are rushed to get them thing done before the Cuban doctors them leave, because them know say, you know what I mean, if the Cuban doctors them leave, Them now go able to do it. Them like them eye surgery and so forth. Them flood the St. Andrews Hospital and guess what go on? Enough of them get turned back or tell to come back later. You understand? Because what? Cuban doctors them not available again. So me I say, I'm going to read a scripture. Before I jump in at that, I just read a scripture. See? We're going to read, let me find it. We're going to read the book of Proverbs. See? We're going to read the book of Proverbs. Chapter 6, and we're going to start at verse 16. And it said, these 6 things does the Lord hate. So these are some ways where people have where the Most High hate. Look how this will tie into our one now. See? And it says, 7 are the 7th are an abomination unto him. So you see the 7th one, this one is an abomination to him. So 6 things him hate. You know your Christian church talk about God no hate. God hate. See? We get to emotions from him. See? But the 7th is an abomination to him. Verse 17, a proud look, a lying tongue, and a hand that sheds innocent blood. That proud look is the oppressor. All I am wickedness when do across the earth. He is so proud and confident as if he can't fall. That proud look, God hate it. A lying tongue. What's that lying tongue? That lying tongue is that Venezuela. I just give you an example. Venezuela, them are narco terrorists and them are this. When you really just want the oil, and the oil you want. Iran is about to, you know what I mean, do an imminent strike and fake Israel and America. So we have to strike them first. Lie. You just want to destroy Iran so you can control them oil. Lying tongues. This is what our oppressor do. This is what America and the white people them do. You understand? And hands that shed innocent blood. You understand? The white man is known for shedding innocent blood. We are seeing it in a HD today, high resolution imagery on TikTok and all over social media. We are seeing how cruel this oppressor is. That in Bama school, full of young school girl, primary school. You know what I mean? And a simple thing to him. You see where the Israelites them, the Israeli them can't even call themselves Israelites. Because they know them are the real Jews. See? You see what them been doing in Gaza? Them swift for shed innocent blood. These things the Most High hate, virgin. See? 18. And heart that devise wicked imaginations. That's your oppressor. All in plan is wickedness. All in think tank and all of them, you know what I mean? High, we don't call it secret organizations where him have all him do is plan mischief and how him can do harm to people. Remember, tap up the screen as you come in, tap up the screen. Come on, this class is very important. See? All him do is imagine wickedness, mischief. You understand? Tell you what is his goal for the next 30 years and how him going to dominate the earth and this and that. Where the other nations them fall into that. Them don't fall into that in any kind of way. FIRME plan is to subdue the earth and oppress. See? Wicked imaginations. Feet that be swift to run into mischief that are him. Swift to go over Iran. Swift to go over Venezuela. Swift to go over here. Swift to go over there. Drop bombs. Send him, you know what I mean, in most flagship, you know what I mean, battleship them, you know what I mean, to the Strait of Hormuz and to the Middle East. For what? Mischief. People who don't even pose, people who fear him. Don't fear him already. Him swift to go over there and cause destruction upon them. See in verse 19. A false witness that speaketh lies. That's your oppressor. That's all you have done. Tell be a lie. Lie that we are Africans. You know what I mean? Lie that, you know what I mean, we are not the real Jews. Meanwhile, him have him own people in Israel pretending to be us. And while doing that, destroying and pillaging and unaliving everybody where him can find, while claiming to be God's chosen people. See? And this is the thing that the Most High hates the most out of all of them things there. It said, and he that soweth discord among brethren, somebody who come between two brothers and cause them to have discord. The Most High said that is an abomination. The Most High hate this the most. And that is what this oppressor have done between Jamaica and Cuba. Him sowed discord. Where now our brothers them in Cuba would have benefited, you know what I mean, from this program. Now I have to go back home. To go suffer in Cuba, suffer under the embargo where America set on Cuba from back in the war. When was the embargo? From in the time of Castro. From when Fidel Castro just, you know what I mean, start reign. Zane? You understand me? From them time, we don't even know how Cubans were able to survive. You know what is Cuba? Brethren, Cuba come like when you live in the 1940s. That is how much America embargo and this world complicit. I'm showing why. See? The world complicit in the struggles where Cuba go through, brethren. Because America put an embargo upon Cuba. Say if anybody do any kind of trade with Cuba, them are going to punish them. And you know what these other nations did? These other nations cut off Cuba, brethren, because of America. So in a Cuba now, you have them little buggy there, you know them old time buggy there, we used to see them when we little. You know what I mean? We met back in the 1940s and 1950s. And them thing that the man them a drive around in a Cuba, you know. You have to wonder if iron no rust in a Cuba because the man them maintain it and keep it up in a way that 2026 it's still a drive. Because them can't really import certain things. You know what I mean? Like vehicle and certain things from certain place. Them can't get the things them to upgrade themselves on a level. Like how you see Jamaica now. Jamaica have all these modern technology. Cuba don't have it. Cuba don't have them things there. They might have get like a Wi-Fi and like a smartphone and come in the country and all them things there. But when you look at the society on a whole, like you live in a 1940, brethren, who caused that, brother? Who caused that? America, my youth, the devil man, America, the white man, brother, do that to a people, them, brethren, to a brother, them. And the only solace them could have get, have to see if them can get them people better opportunities in different Caribbean islands. So them send doctors, you know what them do? Them develop them health care so much because that is one thing you can't take away from a people, you know. Them ability to heal them each other. Them skill in a medicine and all them things there. Cuba make sure so they master that. Them work hard and them master medicine. So much so that them better than the people, them, the country, them will have them big technology. Cuban doctors are the best doctors on the face of the earth. I remember telling you something, Cubans are from the tribe of Manasseh, of the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, the real Israelites. They master medicine so much so that Jamaica benefit, Bahamas benefit, Trinidad benefit, every Caribbean country, and not only Caribbean countries, other nations as well. Heathens benefit, Spain benefit from these people who don't have nothing, who is so poor, them not have nothing. Nothing at all them not have, but them skill. And them export them skill, them hands and them mind to help other people. And here comes stinking, dirty America. America for fall, brother. America, Babylon, and the most I going to destroy America. That's in the Bible. America is Babylon the great, and God hate America. America go fall. America go be the lake of fire according to the Bible. And that is righteous, that is justice that America fall, because America have so much blood upon it and it have the blood of the saints, the 12 tribes of Israel upon it and you see what it continue to do. It now stop. But now it's his time. America go fall, brethren. Let me read this again. It said, 6 things does the Lord hate, yet 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that defies wicked imaginations, feet that be swift to run to mischief, a false witness, and he that soweth discord among brethren. That is the abomination. You see, the man will sow discord amongst brethren. The most I call that an abomination. And why me say brethren now? Because we here in Jamaica, we are the tribe of Benjamin. The Cubans is the tribe of Manasseh. Manasseh are our big brother. Them are our blood brothers. We come from the same father, different mother. We are God chosen people. And here come this devilish oppressor Donald Trump and Marco Rubio. Come now, and what them do? Sow discard. Now the Cuban doctors, them have to go back home. Now, Jamaica more likely because of how weak our leaders are. We have to go cut off Cuba. That them are going to do. They are going to cut off Cuba and Donald Trump after him claims him done with Iran. Where him plan? What is him plan? Cuba next. Cuba him say next. Because him plan in a Venezuela was so successful. Him gone over Iran where now him a face whole heap of things, you know, because Iran now just lay down and dying. Iran a plan film from about for 40 years now, you know. See? Them just a take it little by little, you know, him a get lick, you know. Don't think that what them a show you upon the media is the truth, you know. Israel, the fake Jews, them over there a get lick. And America, you notice the man them shut off the Strait of Hormuz. What that mean? Oil can't come out. 20% of the world oil cut off. Then you have the Yemenis them. On the next side, we have the Dead Sea, the Red Sea. Then, when them are going to cut off that to them, not cut it off yet. So another 20% of the oil are going to get cut off. Where that will cause? Economic collapse. It will cause economic collapse. It will weaken the oppressor. You understand? Him believes that him can just go in at Iran, go attack the Persians them, and just, you know what I mean, go in and out, and like what him do with, you know what I mean, now have no strength. But Bible prophecy tell us, say, them same Persians there, I go hold him off good, man. Them I go hold him off good. This war between him and Iran, nah, end for now. Iran, I go strike a serious blow upon this oppressor. America is not invincible. America is far from invincible. And all them a bomb Iran right now and have demolished Iran. Iran underground. The real Iran, they are underground because as I say, 40 of the years them a plan for that year. Yeah. Them a plan for it so much that every vocation where I come from, fake Jew Israel and America, them calmly. Now them not quell it. Now them decide say we are going to determine the nature of this war. Now them decide say we are fight. And we Donald Trump do. He want to talk. Foot. This is God's doing. Because America has been the wicked on the face of this earth. And this white man, as the Bible says, he might go extinct. You understand? Alright, here I'm going to do. I'm going to play this tape. See? I'm going to show you the rush where I go on up at St. Andrew, St. Joseph, Slovakia. Joseph Hospital. Where people where want eye surgery and all them thing there. They might flood the gates right now. Boom. See? We're going to play this. In the meanwhile, like, tap up the screen, like, share. Well, put this on the screen. Yeah. It said, read it. Patients was turned away from St. Joseph Clinic due to no Cuban doctors. So because our leaders them weak and them subservient to this oppressor, Now our Cuban brothers, them have to go home. Our brothers and sisters, them have to go back home. See? Them have to go back home, and now our people who need the help, who have been benefiting from the help with these Cuban doctors bring to Jamaica for over 50 years. Now we can't get that service there. This is why when you have leaders who have no integrity like Andrew Holness and the JLP and the PMP, because I don't think so the PMP would have done no different. You understand? This is what happened. And them don't have no grounds to come up against America because them in the corruption and God now gonna be with them. Where if Andrew Holness did do a simple thing, which me know him know about this. All right. Listen to me now. I want to listen to me good. See? How is it that we have a prime minister that he might rule over people when I have no identity? And you know, fight to see if you can find out or at least get the people them educated as to who they are. Why is this not important? Everything Andrew Holness have done, you know, and not just Andrew Holness, I don't want to feel like me a take set on one party, you know. Every time I come here, I say the take set on the two of them. Because the two of them can't, you know what I mean, is not the answer for our people. Zin? You do everything to serve the oppressor. You implement things that come at a disadvantage to we. You know our history, you know so we are come from slavery. And you suffer with same way to the benefit of some people where you know say them people are them not even good people. You know say the oppressor have a track record of breaking treaties, not only Vicedos treaty, with even Jamaica. Him break treaties with him, go around and trick Jamaica and exploit Jamaica before. Why you work so hard? You work so hard to impress them at the expense of the people them where you're supposed to govern and take care. And it never come to you, say. It never yearn to you, say, look. Them people are go through something in a way. I feel like it is only right if we open up the library, the National Library of Jamaica, and show them true origin. It never occurred to you. That are the sellout with them, and not those Andrew Holness, the Cuban government do it too. You understand? All our governments and leaders them know. So we history don't just start as slavery. And know say who we are as a people is greater than us just being Jamaicans. See? Yet still, the priority is to serve the oppressor who stole the identity. Andrew Holness himself went over there into the so-called Israel and kissed the wall with a yarmulke upon his head. So you know who him serve. Him serve the fake Jews, while he must suffer the real Jews them here in Jamaica. So because I'm lack of integrity now, him can't stand up to America. Even if him want to stand up to America, these leaders know say them only love the image of being leaders. When me I find out, many of these Caribbean leaders, them like the image. Yeah, I'm the Prime Minister of Jamaica. When we go to the, you know what I mean, the UN summit or wherever and meet up with world leaders, yes, I'm the Prime Minister of Jamaica and we have the best tourism, you know what I mean, industry and you know what I mean, our culture is so vast and rare, even though you see them government suppress the culture in time past. You know what I mean, and oppress the culture. But you brag or fight and you look good amongst your other politician friends them worldwide. You like the image of it. See? So when America do something now that can be a threat to your rulership or your imagery and the power, the little power you have, because you don't have none. You don't really have no power. And this is clear. Because if you didn't have any power, you would have stand up and say, yo, look, we not send them back, you know. We are keep them because we need them. So the little power you have, you want to maintain it, and you go talk out just a little bit. You go say, whatever Cuba got through, because Donald Trump threatened Cuba, it's going to be a problem to Jamaica. And here comes a US senator, just come shut you down, put you in your place, tell you to shut your mouth. And now you kick out the Cuban doctors them because you're weak and because of your lack of integrity in time past. You can't stand up to them and know say God dey by your side. God now go dey by your side. They might just fly them and snatch you up like how them snatch up and Maduro. And you know that, and you fear that. Because you know the propaganda with them spreading time past here in Jamaica. Same America. Saying them spread propaganda and use your political party to spread the propaganda and to spread crime and violence in Jamaica in time past. That's why when the senator did a lash out by you for what you said, and you never even say much. That for sure you how little you can speak out. You see? When him lash out against you, him put the JLP on blast because he know how America used to in a time past. In time past, Uno was the hands and feet of America here in Jamaica. And he was so offended that he opened your mouth and talk. Because you can't separate yourself from the past. You're unbloody. And if you claim, say, boy, you never did it in them time, then well, you inherit something. You inherit something that has shed blood here in Jamaica. You inherit the guilt. Yo, Bruce Golding come out and say, look here, man. We can talk now. You know why? Because I'm no longer Prime Minister of Jamaica. And him put America upon blast. And him say, saying, Andrew can't talk. Andrew can't talk. What do you expect from Andrew? Him can't do nothing. Him can't open his mouth and talk. If America tell him, say, yo, look here, man. Oppress Jamaican people. What you think Andrew gonna do? Andrew now have no testicular fortitude. Andrew now no strength. Them man never build him think pan strength. None of them leaders no build them think pan strength and courage. A one Caribbean leader, me see like she have some strength, you know. And a Mutt leader from what? Barbados. She alone. Me hear a talk. And she don't have no strength, but at least she talk. Andrew can't talk. Where am I going to talk, say? If him talk, him I go put him foot in his mouth. Because rest assured, them have dirt pan him from where him compromise. You know what I mean? To the disadvantage of Jamaican people before, of course. And him can dig up the history of him same political party and show you how corrupt them is. That's why the same, when name Jimenez, the senator, when him a blast Andrew Holness, him a tell you, him a mention JLP, as if you're not talking to the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Him just a say JLP. It's a disappointment that the JLP is talking like this. And the Prime Minister you talk to, him is not just the Prime Minister of the JLP, he is the Prime Minister of Jamaica. But because you know how much the JLP has been on a puppet here in Jamaica, you talk that way there. Because you know them are on the hands here in Jamaica. And now when Andrew now, I try grow some balls for talk now. He must backtrack. Because him step out of line. This is how much of puppets our leaders. And we don't have no leader. We don't have real leaders. We tell you already, you know. The only leaders who have in the ISUPK and the commanding general, YAHANNA, you know. The only leaders Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have is the ISUPK and the commanding general, YAHANNA. This is the leaders that God goon in at them time. Because we don't have no leader. We have, you know what we call them? Taskmasters. People who carry out the will of the oppressor at your expense. You understand? That is who we have. We don't have no leaders except for the ISUPK. And guess what go on? Cubans don't have no leader neither. You know what I mean? Cubans don't have no leader neither. For them leaders just as corrupt. We're going to play this. See? Remember to like, share, and follow and subscribe depending on the platform you're watching. And we are the ISUPK Jamaica under commanding General YAHANNA. If you ever heard that black people are the real Jews, are the real Israelites, that came from the ISUPK. If you ever heard that Jesus is a black man, that came from the ISUPK. If you ever heard that the white man is the devil, the Bible speak of, we are the ones that, you know what I mean, that come from. And that is biblical. Zin? All right, we're going to play that tape here with Cliff Hughes. Basically, I tell you the conditions of the Cuban doctors them here in Jamaica. And I have a tape. Let me see if I can find it, where somebody had described. You know what I mean? And it's sad, you know, Virgin. It's sad. If you see, oh, you know what I mean? The life in Cuba, brother. And I feel like, no. We here in Jamaica, we need to be compassionate to Cuban brothers and sisters. And not just them, Haiti, and all our other brothers them where them are go through it, brethren. We might not go through it like how them are go through it. We get a little feel like we're there when the storm pass through. You know what I mean? Some people still suffer from that now. We get a little feel like. See? You know what that mean? That mean we should now take that into consideration and have some sympathy, some empathy for brothers them for where them are go through. Cuba go through it from, you know what I mean, from the 50s. From the 50s. Haiti go through it from the longest, for the longest. We must be welcoming to them. We must not shun them and talk like we're better than them because we're not better than them. Them are God people too. You understand? But just appreciate the mercy that the Most High show. We never really show to them. You understand? We're going to play this tape.
That their movement in Jamaica was restricted. Their passports were being held on to. Yeah, they could not form certain social relationships here in Jamaica. They were, and I think the word used by George this morning was most appropriate, they were in servitude. That cannot be right. That cannot be right. And there are now many questions for the Jamaican government to answer. When did we know that this was the arrangement that the Cuban doctors and nurses and personnel were being subjected to? When did we know that? And what did we do? According to the Jamaican Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, the Jamaican government only became aware of this recently, and that became a sticking point, which ultimately led to the Cuban government refusing to alter the payment arrangements, which led to the collapse and termination of the program. Is that so? Well, I've been trying to get the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and, you know, I hope to be able to have a word with her. But when did we find this out? When did we find out that, listen, when we pay the Cubans, the money go to the Cuban government take what they want and give, according to this report, coming from this human rights organization, Cuba Archive. And let me tell you, I read that report and I was very wary while I was reading it, because we know a lot of politics is mixed up in that. We're now learning that their movement.
So the life of the Cuban doctors, them, you know what I mean? Being doctors, you know, doctor is a big profession. See? It wasn't all peaches and cream. You know what I mean? Because technically half of them pay, I go back to the Cuban government. See? Him said them passport was them whole on for them passport. You know what I mean? Movements restricted because Cuba is a communist country. You know what I mean? And being a communist country, them automatically for them from them time they basically at war with America. Them under America, right under America nose, and at war with America. Not physical war. Them used to be at physical war with America, but embargo kind of war. See? And knowing that them anything can pop off anytime. So guess how them have to run them country? With lack of resources, lack of everything, being cut off basically from the world. Like Cuba was the worst in a bridge. Not even Iran, you know, man. And you hear much them talk about Iran and rate. Not even Iran no get the embargo like where, you know what I mean, Cuba getting a car. At least Iran have friends back over, so you know. Whose friends, you know what I mean, whose strong friends Cuba have over here. So them under America knows. Them under them enemy knows, and them enemies world power, world dominant America. See? So guess how them have to govern? Them have to govern like this. I mean, now justify it. It corrupt. It corrupt. See? But I saw them have to govern. Them have to govern in a way where them short on resource. So whenever we send out with doctors and with nurses, them and things, we have to take piece of them money. So it have to come back to the country. We don't know where it got towards. It probably just going at some politician pocket over there. See? But them have to govern in a, what they call it now, in a conservative kind of way, because they have nothing. That is where this oppressor cause power brother them over there. And of course, more likely are the white oligarchs. Many would have said oligarchs because I don't think much rich over Cuba, but more likely, you know what I mean, are the white people them around Cuba where and the poor Hispanic Cuban monocyte them and them are bear the brunt of the whole thing. See? So them have to run it. It end up have to run so because American pressure always constantly upon them. You understand? No. Does that mean say, all right, since the Cuban government do that, yo, we are end the program and send back, you know what I mean, the doctor them. You don't care about the doctor them if you are pre that way. Because the doctor them better off in a Jamaica. So even though half of them pay get take, living in Jamaica better than living in Cuba. So why would you send them back, especially when we benefit from them service? Why would you end the program? You'd only end the program because of American pressure. That alone. Then, because of American pressure, that is why you end the program. Because these Cuban doctors, even though half of them pay get take, them still better off, you know what I mean, here in Jamaica. We have a video, you know. I mean, I don't really know if I find it, you know. You see me? Where a brother basically explain him have a Cuban brethren, or him have a lot of Cuban friends here in Jamaica. And him explain how grateful them is for the simple things them here in Jamaica. Cry, tears come at them high when them can eat some KFC. Yo, brethren. Tears come at them high when they can eat some KFC, brethren. And they can eat a pizza. So me I say, so them better off, I mean I say pizza and KFC are heaven. And that me I say. But just I say, if them did there in Cuba, 1 pound of fish would have served for your family of 5. And we know that 1 pound of fish and nothing. What is 1 pound of fish? One big one and a small one. One, you know what I mean? Regular size one and a small one that I want how much people that somebody have to go get the tail. That can't serve. So them better off in Jamaica. So no, don't make no politician tell you about, yo, we couldn't negotiate the, you know what I mean, the terms of the deal and get them for race, so we are send them back. Brethren, if you can't upgrade it, at least make them think they keep what them have. Because you think them Cuban doctor, they want to go back to Cuba, go do what? Go back to Cuba, go do what? Go suffer. Especially now that not even oil now come to Cuba. Not even oil now going to Cuba right now. The electricity gone in Cuba. Go back for do what? If you go live in a darkness. This is all you know that this is the hands of America. America do this. And not know, you know what I mean? moral, conscious decision from no politician here in Jamaica. Because we know them now have no integrity and them are liars. Them now have no morals. See? Them now have no morals. So anything them tell you, just take that with a spoon of salt. Not even a grain, a spoon, a whole spoon of salt. We can't find the video, you know. You see, if anybody know the video, you know what I mean? Give me the title light so I can play it. You see me? Give me the title light. If you watch them video there on YouTube with Cuba, you look how Cuba stay, virgin. Be a old building from back in the 30s and 40s. The condition with them building there, you know, them look like them can collapse any moment. You know, like when you walk downtown, and I'm not going to name out the community, but you have them dilapidated building there where, you know, say they make long time, but people are living at them and them thing there. And that they are Cuba, straight across Cuba. Yeah, you have some little, you know what I mean, like in the city, like, you know what I mean, a one business place or so forth or rare government building we might look proper. But Cuba upon a whole look like the back of downtown, brother. America do that, brother. The oppressor do that, my youth. So I don't want nobody to say, yo, just rest assured, say, look, all of that with Cuba go through, and the white man cause it. And that would be the condition here in Jamaica if our politicians them never give in. And you see, because them give in now, we are suffering a different type of way, we just not realize it. Zin? We don't realize that we are suffer. We are suffer, but we don't realize it, Kawa. We can buy an iPhone. Zin? But we now have taken into consideration, say, the wages them are pay away. You know what I mean? And livable wages. We have Wi-Fi. We can go up on the internet and watch girls shake them bottom. Zin? We can do this, we can do that. We don't feel like we get left behind in time. Cuba is as if you've gone back to 1934. If you go to Cuba, it's as if you're gone in the past, like you jump in a time machine and go back in a past, Virgin. Zin? Tell me how we would have fear under them conditions. We probably wouldn't make it out like how they make it out. Virgin, may I tell you, say the Cuban people, them, how we look on them face, bro. May I tell you, say them live happy life, you know. But them still find joy in themselves, Virgin. So you know, say them, they are strong people, yo. Cubans are strong people. Them strong. If you go through where them go through and still have smile upon them face, them strong, my youth. Strong. And we must have some empathy from them. We must embrace them with open arm. Because, all right, this is the reason why I say that now. Donald Trump, that pig, Zin, that swine, that orange pig, Zin, we not found a rate, not found in that sellout Uncle Tom's here in Jamaica, on a rate him. That LGBT Donald Trump, we know say my LGBT, eh? We know say he's a violent rapist, fight of children. We don't know that, but we don't rate him. We're too quick on the drama and reserve on the ratings until you find out the facts. Donald Trump is a man. Donald Trump is probably the worst individual on planet Earth. See? He's getting ready to cause problem in Cuba. And if problems reach Cuba, many of our Cuban brothers them are going to end up here in Jamaica. This is wartime advice me are going. See? Don't be resentful of them when them forward. See? When them forward, welcome them with open arms. If you can marry them, if you give them citizenship, do it. You understand? Embrace them. Don't look down upon them, don't treat them bad. Just remember, them are your brother and them are God-chosen people too. See? Show them welcome and hospitality. And curse America so that God might sink it with nuclear bombs. And so that one day, the whole 12 tribes of Israel can find freedom from under this oppressor. You understand? Welcome them with open arms. Welcome the Asians, them. Don't look down upon them. Don't say them are what voodoo, because now what more voodoo than them these days. You understand? And none of that not real. Voodoo not real. See? We don't believe in a more superstition than even the Asians them today. Because them have to fight real fight now. You understand? And if them voodoo did work, them would have good. You understand? Welcome them with open arms. Don't treat them like the white man treat us and treat them. Treat them like brothers and sisters. Welcome them. You understand? And let us, you know what I mean, gain back with nationality as who we are as God. Stop calling yourself Jamaicans, Virgin. Stop calling yourself that's something there. That's something where the oppressor put on God's chosen people, now Israelites. Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power, sons of gods, that is who we are as a people. Isn't it obvious? Let's be that. And you know where that come with? Morals. Morality. Something where the Christian church don't teach you now. Have to come out of the Christian church to escape what go on, because you're in a time of World War III now. The war kick off, the war get ugly. See? And don't think, say, for a second, that if we not right with the Most High, if we don't come back to the Most High like we used to do in the Bible time, don't think so we are going to escape the judgment. Cuba not escape it. Haiti not escape it. You think it will get no better? It only will get worse before it get better, yeah? So just remember that. Show them hospitality and come back to these scriptures. Come out of the Christian church and this God-forsaken Rastafari sitting. We want to pick up over the decades. It now have nothing at all to do with we, brethren. Cut that off, brother. You don't need to go through Ethiopia to connect yourself to the Bible, because Ethiopians now have nothing at all to do with the Bible. You have something at all to do with it because you write it through the inspiration of your God. You understand? We're going to read a scripture. You know what I mean? We're going to read Ecclesiasticus 12. All right, so Ecclesiasticus is a book in the Apocrypha. See? The Apocrypha is 14 books that the Romans or the Roman Catholic took out of the Bible. So now you're left with 66 books. These 14 books called the Apocrypha would have made up the entire 80 book Bible, King James Bible. This is what King James, who is not a LGBT, is not a rapist, he is not a white man. He's a black man from the tribe of Judah, one of our brothers them. With him unalive and make him son of a run going to exile in France. See? And then them take over Britain and Scotland. Where him translated was 80 books. And the Roman Catholic Church took out 14 books. Well, the Ecclesiasticus is one of these 14. And we're going to read verse 12 and 17. And it said, so one that goeth, Slakia, let me start at 15, 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips. You know what I mean? The Bible tell about the oppressor. His words are smooth as butter. I'm going to draw that soon. See? But in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. That's the oppressor. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. You understand? And this oppressor has not been satisfied, even though he have unalive our people for over 400 years. Him still not satisfied. See? This oppressor, him not satisfied with nothing. Me a sidebar, me so get to the point. See? Him not satisfied with nothing. If him not war over oil, guess what him a go war over? Banana. Oh, you know? We know because guess what? Him destroy Jamaica banana industry. Coconut. If him not fight over coconut, him a fight over. He will fight over everything. Every resource on this earth he want control for himself. See? He can't satisfy. The scripture tells us, if thief came in unto you, wouldn't they be, you know what I mean, satisfied and add enough? But not the oppressor. Him take until him take your identity, virgin, him take your soul. You understand? Let me continue reading though. 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. This is the enemy that talk about, you know. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. This is the white man. See? You look on the situation right now with Cuba. And you see our government send back the Cubans. You see? And them want to make it look like, say, boy, the Cuban government are the fraud, them people are rare. And that is true. But that is not the reason. The reason is this oppressor. See? The adversary, or the adversity we are come upon Cuba, who caused it? Who caused Cuba to be so poor and behind time? America, Britain, all of them. The white man. Them caused it. See? So this said, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. So if you, why you think we call the white man the devil? I would blame him for, we practically blame him for the condition of our people. Because you will look upon black people and say, yo, I don't like black people, you know, black people this and black people that. Why you think we stay so? Why you think we can't come together as a people? Because the oppressor teach we if we don't love each other. The oppressor put us in conditions that we have to compete with each other. And because of this competition, we look upon each other as if we are each other enemy. See? This is the adversity. You find him there first. That's why we blame him for the condition of our people. We blame him because of him cause it. The situation in Cuba, him cause it. Him cause the Cuban government fear exploit them doctors. Him cause it. If him did a share the spoils them in the earth and the things them, the resources, with Cuba, with every country, you wouldn't have no condition like this where you see in Cuba. And him cause it. But guess what go on now? Cuba now, because them government corrupt, them are going to exploit them doctors. And because them probably feel the need for, you know what I mean, for survive. So them feel like, say, boy, we can make money off of with people, you know. See? So here what we're going to do, we're going to take off of them pay. But if Jamaica send out doctors, see? Our government now have to do that because the embargo on Jamaica. The oppressor caused this, virgin. Let me continue. And though he pretend to help thee, or the oppressor pretend to help thee. Let me give you an example. In the 1970s and 80s, him tell us, say, you know what I mean, Jamaica go communist because they are link up with Cuba, rare. You need the help of the CIA, rare. And what that cause? Let me read this. It says, yet shall he undermine thee. So even though him say, I'm going to help Jamaica, I'm going to help him to fight the communists, and him send Siaga, and him send, you know what I mean, him send M16 rifle and them thing there, and him send the IMF. See? Him send the World Bank. What happened to Jamaica? Jamaica start have gangs. Gangs start forming in Jamaica. Political affiliated gangs start forming in Jamaica. You understand? Gangs, gang violence. We are unalive each other now. We get thirsty for each other's blood because now we are affiliated with one party or the next. You understand? So it said, and though he pretend to help thee, this is pretense. When you see America come and tell us, say, you know what I mean, we need to do this because, you know what I mean, we are a threat and them a help and rate. That's a pretense. That's lie. Just know that he might come to undermine either your government or your people. He might come to do something where at the end of the day, we are going to be at a disadvantage because of what him do. Whatever him do, I going to become a disadvantage to it. The banana industry, the coconut industry, we used to produce a lot of coconut oil in Jamaica. We used to have the banana war them in a Jamaica where we sell and export banana. See, you know with that thing the name again, Officer Abada one tell me, but I forgot. See, and we used to have a treaty where we were supposed to export to America duty free and them do likewise. But this is what the oppressor did. This is what America did. America, whenever a container from Jamaica arrive at Freedom Wharf, they make it wait. Them put a lot of red tapes there for it to wait weeks. And you see, because we now sell them canned goods, you know, we are selling them like banana, we are sending them things where we farms in. Because them stay there for weeks, what you think happen? What you think happen? Because our container them have to stay upon the port because of the red tapes that them put in place for weeks. What you think happen? Them expire, them spoil. So now that deal here, it turned out to be a disadvantage to we, make no sense. We are lose money if we are sending things to America because the time we take to clear, the goods spoil already. Meanwhile, them able to send all of them goods in a Jamaica. That is how this oppressor work. You understand me? That is how them work, Bridget. That's why the Bible tell you, never trust your enemy. Let me find that. Find that quick and fast. In the meanwhile, tap up the screen, like, share, subscribe. All right, we're still in an Ecclesiasticus. See, we are moved to verse 10. We are moved up to verse 10. This said, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. You understand? So the Bible tell you never trust your enemy. Who do you consider your enemy? Another black man here in Jamaica, the Cubans, the Haitians. That is not your enemy according to the Bible. Your enemy is the oppressor. And the Bible I tell you said, never trust him. I know when you see white people come to Jamaica and them show you this big bright smile. Them come on them vacation, you know what I mean? Them traverse the North Coast, you know what I mean? Them got Negril, them got them places there where, you know what I mean? Yeah, you find a lot of tourist activity and hotels and, you know what I mean? Places where basically you serve them in a car. You know, usually in the hotel them where them get. Them get servitude, them get black people for, you know what I mean? Cater to them on them hands and knees basically. Serve them food, serve them water, you know what I mean? Give them room service, you know what I mean? Just basically be a slave. So you see that you can get a $10 for them, a $20, $100 for them, and you love them, and you get it with a smile. But you use that for things, boy, them people are good. Them not good, brethren, this are your enemy. Them are the same people who would have feed their children to alligators in time past, brother. In time past, them would have cut out, you know what I mean, the fetus from out of a woman them belly and use it to catch alligator. In time past, them would have string you up upside down and light you up on fire and gather crowds of 15,000 people and take pictures and make postcards and send to them family. And then will cut off your body parts and mail it across the country. In time past, brethren, them are same people where come and give you a smiling face. Them come, you know what I mean, and you see the smile and you think the smile is don't genuine. The smile is because you serve them like a slave. It's because you're a servant to them now. Them come to Jamaica for you serve them. And you do serve them. And you treat them like God, king and queen. So them, of course, them are happy. Them not get that from black people over foreign. Unless them are them employer and manager or something. Black people over foreign, our brothers, them, the tribe of Judah. Them know white people. I know you have some Uncle Toms amongst them, but them know white people. You don't know white people. You see tourists, them see the devil. You understand? When them come out upon you know what I mean, upon them vacation and them so happy, them see this, the beach, and the beach just make them heart warm and happy. You see best side of them, but you see them same tourists there, and then go back up, them oppress some black brother or sister upon the work. They might be racist to some black brother or sister. That's why I'm telling you time and time again, the ISUPK cannot come on in General YAHANNA. We're telling you time and time again, brethren, don't let your guards down with this oppressor. The image where I show you here in Jamaica, that is not him. Never, let me read this again. Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy. You can't trust this devil. You see him track record. You see what him do to nations, to kingdoms. You understand? And then, oh no, you gotta trust him and say, boy, you gotta. And another thing too, brethren. This is another thing. Ever so often, my youth, and it pain me heart. I tell you, you see some brother with some white woman I walk up and down on the street. Pain me heart, you know. And you know what I mean? Me know every time I beat the Rastafari community, but me have to beat them again. See? That's why I'm imploring. Come out a Rasta thing, brethren. It's usually a Rasta. It's usually a Rasta. You see with some skinny, maga white woman, she this young youth, you know, in young 30s or late 20s, with this 50-year-old white woman. Jesus Christ. A post on the internet say this I love her in life. And you have dummies in the comment. I type, yeah man, glad, happy for you. Yeah man, good look. Can't wait to find that love there too. Regina, come on, and stop it no man. Stop it no man. Clearly, you can clearly see say that is not. You can see say the scale no balance this. So you have a young youth we have in a prime of life with some wash up old, you know what I mean, white ore. We probably no white man no one. She don't have a husband, or she probably have a husband over there, you know. She probably can't find a husband because she wash up. But for some reason, this is our goal. This is where we want in our life. Some white woman because we want a green card. How about if you want a green card? Watch out, man. Green card is not an excuse, you know. How is it if you want a green card, you're not going to look a black woman or a Hispanic woman on Facebook or on the media? Why is it always a white woman? You want me to tell you why it's always a white woman? Somebody in the chat, tell me why it's always a white woman. I show you, I put you up on game. And I show you why. I not give it to you know. Why is it always a white woman? Anybody in the chat? Why our people, because the Hispanic them love we, you know. You have this brother where me see on the media too, where him have 2 Hispanic women. I'm a rate that brother there. I don't know what the circumstances between relationship. Him probably not do it good. Him probably, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. But him have 2 Hispanic women, a Jamaican brother, and me love the chemistry where him have with the 2 of them. See? But that rare. Why is it always a white woman? Somebody tell me. Why is it always a white woman? I'm going to tell you for time's sake. You know why it's always a white woman? Because the white woman, they might look for Uno. It's always a white woman because the white woman will look for you. You think you meet a white woman, is the white woman find you? No, why she find you? Why is always a white woman? Why she find you? Why she find you? Why a black American never find you yet? Eh? Because clearly, you know, no for you know, a woman you can't get, you know, you can't get a black woman in a Jamaica, you know, yet alone in America. See on Facebook. Why is always a white woman? White woman I look for you. You're a fetish. It's not love. It's a fetish. And she knows she have her money and her money can buy you. She knows say you will sell out. And guess what? Go on with no phone when you find this white woman. You no see the plight of the people no more. No name racism again. When you find this white woman, we not under oppression no more. Why you think the Rastafari community, them left from hot to cold? One time the Rastafari community, you know, and please, people, don't mistake, we are not Rasta in the ISUPK, we're born Rasta. You know what I mean? Why you think the Rastafari community used to defend quote-unquote black woman and child back in the past? I don't hear that no more. You don't hear it no more. White woman subdue them. The white dog, man. The white dog subdue them, man. Zin, you see that white dog there when she wag her tail? When she wag her tail, it quell every rebellion where black people would have. And the Rastafari community pretend as if them are some kind of rebel when them is not. Them is not. It take one white woman for wag her tail and the whole movement, you know what I mean, come down to naught, Bridget. The whole movement crash. So you find a bag of compromising in the Rastafari community. You know, you nobody defend black people again. For the most part, you will hear them are different Africans. Because them love the Africans, them bad. But when it comes to black people in Jamaica, nobody not care about uno. And we alone, the ISUPK alone care about uno and value uno. And the value where we put pan uno, the Africans them can't get none. The love what we have for uno, we not have enough to get enough funky, stinking African. See? We not have none to give them, and we not have none to give white people no, neither. But as this white dog wag our filthy tail, come like we don't smell the stench we under the tail there. We don't smell the funk. With a white woman they come with, all after a sudden, you forget about oppression, you forget about slavery, everybody are one, all after a sudden, oppression gone. Virgin, the white man using woman to neutralize you. And in many cases, at the lowest quality, some old wriggle up white woman come to Jamaica and get some young, fresh youth with just in time prime. You know, see what I go on? Virgin, we need to stop it, man. We need to stop it. We need to stop it, Virgin. How about to go up on Facebook, find a black American woman? How about to go up on Facebook or whatever and find a Hispanic? How about the Cubans them, when, you know what I mean, the Cuban them come here and them need refuge because them don't want to go back to Cuba. How about you go look at Cuban woman? Or woman, Jamaican woman, you go marry a Cuban man. How about when the Haitian them come here, you marry that Haitian woman or you marry that Haitian man? So them can have refuge here in Jamaica. On a quick figure foreign go married a white woman. And when the white woman done dog out and buy on a soul out on a complain about say boy, yo, that's why I can't bother when you go foreign, yo, rare. You should have never bow to the white woman, brother. I better want to go through that with a black and a Hispanic woman. Guess what? Them have more mercy than the white woman. Because no one never bang pan say, yo, the white woman is as evil as she is. Because in our mind and think the white woman is some kind of angel. She's just as much a devil as the white man. And as soon as she not no use for you no more, guess what she gonna do? She'll kick you to the curve. You understand me? How about you start seek out with Hispanic woman them? And with Black American woman them. And the woman them seek out the Hispanic man them. And the Black American man them. Somebody said they have no money. So it's a sell soul thing I go on then. One thing, you see when you sell your soul, brethren, you see when you sell your soul, it don't belong to you no more now. And me just say this as a figure of speech. See? Of course you can't sell your soul, but when you sell out, your integrity go with it too, you know. I know if I want to find on yourself, I do some outrageous thing because I sell out for money. And when you go into the white woman world and you realize, say, for your world and your world is not the same world. You're going to, you know what I mean? You're going to a world where you can't have explain. You find out that she used to have sex with her poodle. You find out, say, you know what I mean, this woman, she not bathe for 2 weeks. She not clean up after herself. You become the maid. You are clean the house. You are wash her drawers. You would never wash a black woman drawers, you say in Jamaica. But when you go foreign, you wash white woman drawers, brother. Because the white woman is a dog. You understand? How about you seek out your own people? The Bible says, gather thyself together. Let me find that. Let me find that. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourself together. Yeah, gather together. O nation not desired. See? How about you realize who is not desired in other world? Who are the people that are not desired? DJ Julia for life say, yo, they are called snow bunnies. You know what I mean? More like snow dog, you know, cause, you know what I mean? At least a bunny would have some kind of grace toward them operate. That white woman are more come like a dog, brother. I know what people love them. But one thing me have to big up the black woman for, you know, she not like white man, you know. Me have to give the black woman her props. Black woman not like white man. You see? So, you know what I mean? Black woman take whole heap of knock and beating for them behavior over the years. You know what I mean? But at least them not love white man. At least me can say that. See? So they say, oh, nation not desired. Who are the nations not desired? Blacks and Hispanic and Native Indians. We are the people that this world, you will have some nasty East Indian, right? Where in bed in a cow dung. In finding way over here at Jamaica or America and him build up shop and him in the black community. See? And him become rich. And then him come look down upon black people. When him used to name cow shit, where him come from. You have this filthy Chinese individual who used to eat dog and puss. You know what I mean? I'm afraid of Xi Jinping and him oppression over there. Come to Jamaica, become rich, and tell you about your mother. Because him learn the pot what. And you laugh. You laugh. It's funny to you. When him show him discontent against you. You know what I mean? How much him despise you. If a black man tell you go suck your mama, you want war. But you love when the Chinese tell you about your mother. I comedy to you. Virgin, you don't know your enemies them, brother. But the Bible tell you, say, gather yourself together. Yeah, gather together, O nation not desire. That is talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And me tell you something. The Most High going to force us together. And over 2,000 years, blacks and Hispanics not together, you know. Me explain. Because the Hispanics, them come over to the Americas before we. You know what I mean? They are who Christopher Columbus come over here so come find. Them get kicked out of the land way before we. The 10 tribes them. Because them split up in a 10 tribes right throughout the Americas, North, Central, and South America. Some of them even look like we too. See? So, that are from when? The time of the Assyrian captivity. That about 2,000 years, you know. But more than, what am I talking about 3,000 years. Or about 2,500 there about. We separated from the two, all right. So Judah and Benjamin, which is Jamaicans, Caribbean, Benjamin, most of the Caribbean, Zin, North American, Black Brazilians, these are Judah, Zin, and Levi, which is the Asians. We did left over there while them come over here. So the land, Jamaica, the Americas never have nobody over here. So people never live over here. So those animals and dinosaurs and them things. And dinosaurs are no millions of years old. No go so. See? So them come over here, conquer the land, and them live over here for nearly 3,000 years. Meanwhile, we over there, so still in a Jerusalem, sin against the Most High too. Till the Most High eventually say, you know what, we no better than them. You know, say them we no better than them. We are kick out everybody. And in a 70 AD, that about 2,000 years ago now, see, the Most High allowed the Romans them to destroy Jerusalem. We run down in Africa, we run in Europe, we run all over the place, and eventually the oppressor and the Africans, them, all of them team up, get we over here. So we over here now with the Hispanics, with we brother them. So the whole 12 tribes over here, so now. But meanwhile, we're over here, we still not together. We don't think we are the same people. As a matter of fact, it wouldn't even occur to us because what? The Hispanic them look different from we. You understand? The native Indians them look different from some Hispanic. All right, yeah. This is a point I want to realize too. See? Remember, you know, the Hispanics and the native Indians, all of them don't look alike neither, you know. But at them subdue the land here. They are the ones that subdue this land. And them come from one origin, but them still don't look alike enough of them. Puerto Ricans don't look like Mexicans, you know. Puerto Ricans and Dominicans look alike. Dominicans look like Puerto Ricans. See? Puerto Ricans and Dominicans don't look like Mexicans. Mexicans look like, some Mexicans look like native Indians. See? Native Brazilians don't look like Mexicans. Native Peruvians don't look, and them come at one time, the whole of them come over here from one place. Why? Because the Most High said, FIRME nation is a speckled bird. We have different shade, different look, but we are one people. That's why they call we Negroes now. We look like the Africans them. We are not African. Slack, I say that wrong. We don't look like the Africans them, you know. But we them compare with to Africans because with dark skin and we have that. More even say the ear texture to you, because the African them here are rice grain, but all right. We would have more resemble the Africans them more than how we resemble the Hispanics. But that is just the variety that the Most High have us in. See, the Hispanics, the Native Indians, and we are one nation of people. One bloodline. One father, 4 different mothers. I guess that is why we're so diverse. One father though. All Israelites. So the whole of we over here, but we not unite yet. So guess what I go on? The Most I have to go force you for unite. Or you might go force you for unite. You have to go show who the oppressor is. You have to go show we say we have a common enemy. And we common enemy and show him face. Donald Trump make it clear. Say him not like Hispanics. He might deport the Mexicans them, even though the Mexicans them, they are the real owners for the land there with Donald Trump claims say him a rule. Donald Trump claims say them are illegal aliens when at them are the original owner for the land. Donald Trump come up against the Cubans. Another thing, the Cubans them don't look like the Mexicans them neither, you know. But all of them are Hispanics. You have Cubans who look like we. And this is the variety what we have now. The tribe of Manasseh. You have Cubans who look like we black like we. You understand? You have Dominicans with black like we. You have Puerto Ricans with black like we. It's a variety. And you have them light skin, well light skin. Anyway, me a rant on. Me a rant. See? I close out the class now. Yeah, so this situation we are going with the Cubans them. See? This thing you're gonna get out of and you're gonna see your leaders them not no integrity and them not no backbone. What you must do now is the time for you come to your nationality as who you are, as God's chosen people, because you're gonna find say this war you're gonna escalate, people have to go pick side. And it would be wise for you pick the side of your people. Not the side of Russia. Because Russia are white people too, you know. Not the side of America. Not Iran. Not China. Not who else step on the list? Not Europe. Not South Korea or North Korea. But pick your own people. Pick blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. Pick that side there. And by picking that side, you have to now come back to who you are. You have to learn who you are because you lost your identity as a people. You lose your culture. You lose your language. You lose your dietary law. You're over here in a Christianity and you're pork. You lose the thing where, you know what I mean, made you special. Yeah, you're over here and you demonstrate the talents that God give you. You can run fast, you have strength, you're more intelligent than the other nations, you have more culture than them, yeah. But the thing that really make you special is your morality and your righteousness with the Most High give you. In them laws you have to keep. You have to go find back them there now. So when you find back them there, then we are going to say, yo, we're free. Them time that the Most High will come, or the Most High will send no king to destroy our oppressor. You know what I mean? The Christian church been a tell about Christ coming for hundreds of years, and Christ not come yet, which means what? Christ not deal with them. Christ will deal with you. See? And with that, we're going to close off. We'll close off the class. You know what I mean? Remember, tap up the screen, like, share, follow, and subscribe. Again, we are the ISUPK and the Commanding General, YAHANNA. Get inside these classes. You understand? If you want to be a part of the school, give us a call. The numbers are at the top of our pages. The numbers are in the description of the videos. Just give us a call. If you want to be a trooper in the school, if you want to be a sister in the school, give us a call. We have a food drive where we are going to do this Saturday, most I allow. We are going to go back down a Senti. I will give out some food and some clothes. See, we did one last week, Saturday, not the Saturday gone, last week, the week before that Saturday. We give out some food up at the Center of Basic School in Taylorland. See, we give out some food and some clothes. We want to do that again too. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, we're going to do a lot of that going forward. See, pay on the tithes. We're going to feed the Christian church, and the Christian church teaching the lies. You know what I mean? Pay your tithes to the priest and prophet in the ISUPK and the Commanding General, YAHANNA, so we can continue to feed the nation of Israel. That is what we do. That's our signature. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, that is what Commanding General YAHANNA does. See? All right? Pay on the tithes. And with that, I'll jump to the security announcements. All right, these are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or a sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to that brother or that sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, you can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. It means tenth in the Hebrew, and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department and teacher, Salakia. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you'd like. All right, so to go over to isupk.com, isupk.com, and pay your tithes and your donation. All right. Upcoming Holy Convocation. So we have the Passover. It will be held in Austin, Texas, Houston, Texas, Slovakia. You know what I mean? April the 4th. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, from the Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you're invited. So, you know what I mean? If you can jump on a plane and make it to the Passover, I would implore you. The Passover is what commemorates us as a nation. The Passover was established when the Most High destroyed Egypt. You know the story with Moses. See? That was when the Passover was established. That is the most important holy day in Israel. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, the Most High gave us that. That is what we acknowledge. We don't celebrate Easter. We don't celebrate Christmas. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day. These are all pagan holidays given to us by the oppressor. You understand? We celebrate the holy days that are in the Bible, the Feast of Purim. See? The Passover, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. You understand? The Feast of Dedication. These are all in the Bible. Where Christian church don't keep none of it. Why? But keep every unclean day that this oppressor give. Why is that so? Days that, you know what I mean? All of these holidays that this oppressor give us is about some sexual orgy, you know what I mean? Some immorality when they check the history on it, some sacrifice to some god, some, you know what I mean? That is what the Christian church push. And them don't keep, not ask the Christian church why there is not a holiday named the Feast of Purim or the Passover. Why them don't celebrate the things that Christ used to celebrate. When Christ is up in the upper room, he must celebrate the Passover. Him send, I remember if Peter, him send, we go collect the donkey and tell the owner of the house, say, my Lord wants to keep the Passover. Oh, the Christian church now keep the Passover. Maybe the Christian church don't have nothing at all to do with the Bible. You know what I mean? But we keep the Passover. You know what I mean? Because we are the people that wrote this. This is our history, our culture. You understand? All right. Reminding Akiam and Akwatiam to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he needs to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I'm Adim Shabbat, I'm Adim Barak, Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai Barakathum, Yadamata, class dismissed. All right, as well, you know what I mean? Every Friday, for those who watch the class or watch the radio shows or a podcast and have become interested in what we are doing, and interested to learn more. See? Here we talk about the Hebrew because that is the language where we speak as Israelites. The Hebrew language was our language, not English. You know what I mean? English is not the language. Spanish is not the language. Portuguese is not the language like the Brazilian brothers and sisters have to speak because they were enslaved by the Portuguese. You understand? Hebrew, the ancient Hebrew, the Lashawan Kwadash, are the holy tongue. That is what Lashawan Kwadash means. See? That is what we speak. You understand? That is what we speak. So we have classes every Friday where you can watch the Lashawan Kwadash class and you can learn the ancient Hebrew. See? Yeah, man, just tune in to any ISUPK page, YouTube or Facebook page, and you will see the Lashawan Kwadash class. You know what I mean? You can learn the Hebrew alphabet, which you're going to find out. So the Hebrew alphabet is where the English alphabet come from. Every alphabet come from the Hebrew alphabet. As a matter of fact, every language is a breakout from the Hebrew language. You understand? The Hebrew is the standard. So now, all right, let me give you an example. In Hebrew, you have the A, the Ba, the Ga. You know what I mean? The Da. Zin? No, the A is A. The Ba is B. You understand? The Da is D. That is where D come from. Zin? Of course, it looks different, but it resembles because the English plagiarized that. And them have a thing where them say alphabet. In the Hebrew is the Alap Bayath. You understand? Which you get the term alphabet from. Them have a thing where them kind of suppress because them really want to destroy the ancient Hebrew is not beneficial to them. You know what I mean? The Jewish man, him not speak the ancient Hebrew, them disregard it. What him speak is the Yiddish, what him call Hebrew today. You know what I mean? Long story short, you know what I mean? Them not value it because this is our language. So they might try bury it like how them bury our identity and everything. But we teach it, man. We resurrect it. You know what I mean? In 1969, the ISUPK resurrect the ancient Hebrew, research it, dig it up, find out, say, oh, the Hebrew where they speak today is not real Hebrew. This is the real Hebrew. You understand? So if you don't want to learn the real Hebrew, every Friday, you know what I mean? Just check out any ISUPK page, you know what I mean? And tune in. See? And yeah, we keep classes every Sunday 3 p.m. Every Wednesdays 7 p.m. You know what I mean? We have a show called the Conflict Zone every Tuesday night at 9:30. And we have another show, a podcast called the Breakdown Podcast every Friday, 9:30 as well, every Friday night. See? Commanding General YAHANNA having page called The Real Commanding General YAHANNA. I have the Black Watch. Yeah. Now we have a show called the Black Watch every Monday when we implore enough to tune in. You know what I mean? We usually touch upon the war go on and thing. See? So we can know where this war go, what stage this war is in. You know what I mean? What going to happen next? Because that's what prophets do. Prophets tell you what going to happen. Prophets don't tell you, say your neighbor a chat you, like what your Christian pastor tell you, or your Obia man. See? Prophets don't tell you, say, boy, yo, you need faith. That woman there, your workplace, bad mind, and she fight you down, she hold you down. Them that a Christianity and Christianity corruption will turn you against your brother and your sister. Real prophets tell you what will go on in the future, what will happen to kingdoms, like with the prophet them in the Bible do. You know what I mean? We prophesy against this kingdom and it'll fall. Zin, tune in to Commanding General YAHANNA, Black Watch, every Monday, starting at about 7 to 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? So tune in, the Real Commanding General YAHANNA page. You understand? Then now you have ISUPK online classes with General Mahayaman, which that class is usually very informative. But you need to tune into that as well. If you really want to get the gist of what this is about, you would have tuned into that class. page is ISUPK online classes. All right. What else? Yeah. Basically, that's it. You know what I mean? Shalom to everybody watching. See you again till next class. You know what I think? Shalom.